It is the year 1841. A free black man and musician named Solomon Northup, who resides with his family in Saratoga Springs, New York, accepts an invitation to tour with a circus in Washington, D.C., where he and his companions party after the performances. Later, while shackled and in his underwear on the chilly cell floor, Northup loses and regains consciousness. At this point, he is unaware that his friends had turned him in as a fugitive slave, since Platt fits his description after getting him intoxicated. Solomon is soon sent to New Orleans via riverboat, where he is made to forget his name and go by the alias Platt. William Ford, the owner of the plantation where Northup is purchased, starts to treat his new slave quite well. After some time has passed, Ford rewards Solomon for his labors on his plantation by giving him a violin. Ford is aware of Solomon's musical skill. John Thibbets, a staff carpenter, starts to dislike Northup due to his intellect and close relationship with Ford. One day, Thibbets and Northup's animosity flares up to the point that they start fighting. Thibbets and his buddies attempt to hang the slave, but Ford saves him, and to keep him safe from Thibbets, Ford later sells him to the ruthless plantation owner Edwin Epps. Epps is a devout guy who thinks that the Bible gives him permission to mistreat his slaves. At Epps' estate, Northup meets Mary, the ferociously envious wife of Epps, and Patsy, a young slave girl. Epps forgets about his marriage while he rapes Patsy numerous times. Epps decides that the impending invasion of cottonworms is a plague brought to him by the will of God. Until the season is over and the fields are repaired, Epps sends the new slaves, who he believes are responsible for infesting his plantation with unwelcome guests, to nearby plantations. After playing the violin at one of the planters' weddings, Northup makes some money, which he intends to use to send a letter to friends and family in Saratoga Springs after returning to Epps. Former Warden Armsby is contracted to carry the message, but he breaks the agreement and gives Solomon to Epps. Northup makes a valiant effort to persuade Epps that there was no escape route. He tears up the letter and burns it in his room. Patsy wants Solomon to murder her when she reaches a breaking point, but he declines. She vanishes from the plantation one day. Patsy informs Epps that she merely went to get a bar of soap when she returns. Epps whips her and orders that she be chained naked to a pole in a fit of wrath. Patsy gradually makes a full recovery, and Northup and Canadian worker Bass start building the pavilion. Bass turns out to be a spokesperson for the opposition and declares his disdain for slavery in public. Epps is utterly dissatisfied with his job. Bass proves to be a good match for Solomon, who then shares his experience with him and asks him to compose a letter to his friends, asking them to submit some paperwork. Despite being aware that he is taking a life-threatening danger, Bass concurs. After some time, the sheriff visits the plantation and interrogates Northup about his prior existence as a free man. The individual there during their chat is one that Solomon recognizes as the trader Parker, whom he has known since Saratoga Springs. After 12 dreadful years of servitude, Solomon knows that he will soon be set free. Solomon discovers when he goes back to his family at the end of the movie that his grandfather's grandson has been named after him.